Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl EK, and welcome to another episode of Grinding Through. Today's episode is special for two very good reasons. One, we are relaunching our podcast, yay! And two, it's your girl's birthday. That's worthy of a great celebration, right? I'm so super excited to have you all tuning in with us on today. Today's show is going to be super fantastic. I'm just excited about being back. Grinding through, took a little bit of a break. We decided that we just needed a little bit of time to reevaluate and redo some things because we wanted to come back bigger and stronger. And so here we are, and we are ready, and I hope you are too. So let's get started. On today's episode of Grinding Through, we are going to be talking about life. And what better subject when we are here celebrating me being able to have another day and another time and another chance to celebrate another year in life. So today's subject, life, it's a little tricky. It can be controversial when people talk about it, depending on where they are in their life. But I want to talk to you about my perspective about life, some of the things that I've been through and what life has given me, what it's taken away, how it's encouraged me. I had a small conversation with my mom about life because it'll be almost 3 years that my stepfather has passed away. And for her, it meant something different. So when I sat and I talked to her and I said, Mom, what does life mean to you? And she said, I think life is pretty much just living. And that's the truth. I mean, when you think about it, it really is. A lot of times we don't live life. We're in it, but we're not living it. And a lot of times we miss out on a lot of things in life because we don't take advantage of the fact that we can actually live in our life every day. So every day that I wake up in the morning, I'm always grateful and I'm always thankful for the fact that I have another day to live. And in my head, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to live each day like it's my last. And if you follow me on any of my blogs or Instagram or Facebook, I'm always talking about how, every day is not promised. And so you have to live each day as if it's your last. So when she said life is just living, I was like, man, that's it right there. And she expounded to say, that life was love and peace and joy and happiness and new beginnings. For her, from a perspective of someone who's lost a spouse, that's a new beginning. Your life changes when you lose that person that you lived with for umpteen years. And my mom was married to my stepdad for 36 years. And that is a long time to be with someone and then suddenly not be with them. So it's like a jolt in your life, and it changes things. And it can go a bunch of different ways. And people deal with death differently. And for her, it was just about starting over. She was like, I don't know, I'm much older in age. And she was just like, I don't know. I've always done life with him. So what do you do, when your spouse isn't there? And so for her, it meant new beginnings. And so some of you might be going through that. Some of you may have lost a spouse early on in your marriage. Some of you may have lost a spouse later in life when you spent an eternity with this person. So life for you could be a new beginning, just starting over and doing life differently and trying to figure out how to function without this person by your side. And you can do it. I'm watching my mother every day, and I see her growing stronger and stronger and stronger every day as she strives just to find out who she is. Who am I as a woman by myself? Because I'm not even sure my mother has ever spent any time by herself since she was 19 or 20. So that says a lot. You know what I mean? So just to encourage you all, those who may have lost a spouse, life is still good and you can still push through, and begin again. Like she said, new beginnings. Then I think about what life means from a perspective of a mother. I'm a mother. And I think about how I carried this baby inside of me for so long. It kind of seemed never ending. And for me, I had to be induced because we carried kind of late. So it was like, oh, is this baby ever going to come? And then I try to think about, okay, what is it going to be like when she gets here? What's her life going to be like? What's my life going to be like? I was that person who was super, super, I don't want nothing touching me that's not clean, and I need antibacterial soap and wipes and everything. You know what I mean? And don't put that baby on me until you clean her off. That's what I told my midwife. Put that baby on me before you clean her off, and we're going to have a problem. But being there and being in the midst of it, and she comes out, I'm like giving life to this kid. And it seemed like an instant thing for everything within me just to change. I mean, it was automatic. I didn't care what she had on her. I didn't care what was going on. They laid that baby on me and I just boo-hooed. I cried. And it's kind of funny because she did it. Most times, the babies come out, they wait for them to cry because that's the thing. But she was just looking around like, all right, I'm here, let's get this thing called life started, and it was kind of cool, so I was like, all right. So just being a mom, life is like, it's no longer just about you. You give birth to this child and you now have to incorporate them in everything you do. And you have to do it from the start. There's no, well, let me think about it. Let me see. No, it's instant. And you instantly have to put your child in absolutely every step that you take in life. So then you go the extra mile and you have extra things that you have to do. You got extra bags that you have to pack. And I was already a bag lady. So just imagine how many bags I pack now. And my kid is 10 and I'm still packing so many bags thinking I'm about to forget stuff. And it's funny because just the other day I saw her getting ready for school and she had about 3 bags. Ma'am, you in the 5th grade. Why you got so many bags to go to school? You can't even carry those things around with you. But she got it honestly from me. So life with her is teaching me how to be patient. Life with her is teaching me how to love on a different level. A lot of times when you speak to mothers, it can go one or two ways. They've never experienced a love like this and they don't really know what to do with it or how to handle it, or they kind of shy away from it and it's just like, oh God, I don't know, or they just love their kid with everything that they have inside of them. And it just, either way, it completely changes your life. Like, it doesn't even matter. Everything is different. Nothing that you do is the same. You don't sleep the same. You don't eat the same. Nothing is the same. So I'm super grateful though with the opportunity to have been able to give life and to birth someone into this world who has a life of her own. And so I try to teach her about life and the different things that, I know. And it's a challenge, but it's absolutely wonderful to be able to have this little person that you can pour into and that you can give advice to and that you can, dress up and make them look like you sometimes. But it's really cool because it's exciting. It's everything about it is exciting. And my daughter, she keeps me on my toes consistently. So I looked up the definition of life. And I made a point, I wrote it down because I wanted to be able to share it with you without adding my own to it. But when I looked up the word life, it said that it was the period between birth and death. And it's like, what else how else can you define it? Like, that was like the best definition. There were like a couple of different definitions that they gave with being vigor and vigilant and, the difference between a human being and an animal. But life really is just the period between the time that you were birthed into this world and the time that you die. And so now I'd like to kind of hit on life in the perspective or coming from the perspective of a Christian, someone who has a relationship with God, someone who lives their life really depending on God and the Word of God. And the word tells us that God, he breathes life into us. We go through a whole lot of stories, and there, for instance, there's the story of Lazarus, and Lazarus was dead. He was pronounced dead. He had been in the grave. He was gone. He was out of there. And, but Jesus came and he called him by name because of the power that he had. He had to call him by name, because if he had said, "Come forth," everybody in the grave would have got up, because that's the power that God has over us. And he can breathe all of that and bring it out of all of us. But he called him specifically by name. And when he said, "Lazarus, come forth," without hesitation, Lazarus got up and he came forth. And that story, it touches me, because I think about the different things that we go through and the stuff in life that we face. And a lot of times we think, "Oh, God doesn't remember me. He's forgotten about me. That, my life sucks. It's all kind of crap that's going on. And it's just hard. And, I just can't come out of it." And we have these pity parties. But then you think about the fact that he knows every single last one of us by name. And the minute we sit down and we focus and we call on the name of Jesus, he's always there, like no matter where we are in life. And I say that with knowing that even at the top of the year, I was like, life is over. No, my daughter has somebody that she could depend on and live with, and that'll take care of her. She'll be fine. For me, I'm tired of going through. I feel like I've been in a 10-year famine. And if you've listened to any of my other episodes, you all know how transparent I have been about the struggle that I've had since the beginning of the year. And as I embark upon this birthday and I celebrate this birthday, it's significant for me because it was a challenge for me to walk into my 40s. Oh, crap. I just told y'all how. So for those of you who didn't know, yes, I'm in my 40s. That's all right, though. I'm embracing it. Give me a minute. It took a second, but I'm here now. So this year, I turned 43. And, today, I'm 43. Yay. Okay, so with that, coming into my 40s, I really, really just had this, I feel like it was a super heavy cloud. And I was like, no, I didn't get things done. I hadn't accomplished all the things that I wanted to get done. And yeah, I traveled the world and I've seen pretty much every continent. But at the same time, I felt like personally, I had not accomplished the things that I had set out to accomplish. And I'm like, man, this is not fair. And, there's so much I still want to do. And now I'm 40 and I feel like I'm too old, to accomplish those things. But between 40 and 43, God has done so many wonderful things in my life. It is crazy. And so I try not to take life for granted. And I did. And so now I'm focused on the fact that I made it another year. And as someone who is in entertainment and someone who, likes to travel and do different things with music and singing and acting, it's like, you can still do it. You don't have to be 25 to get anything done. A lot of times people don't even care. And the way these 75-year-olds are looking now, man, please. I'm going to be working for a while. Get at you, girl. Maybe a modeling gig or something. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, you can't let age stand in the way of you really living your life to the fullest. I said all of that to really just say that one thing. You just cannot allow that to happen, because I did. I was allowing my age to stunt my growth. I was allowing age to keep me from doing the things that I wanted to do. And this podcast, for instance, I mean, even up until us taping, I was super nervous and like, nah, I can't do it, and wanting to quit. But I'm being pushed by people and they're giving positive feedback like, you can do this. I see it in you. I see that I can tell because I look at you, I listen to you. And a lot of my friends are just like, you got this and you can do it. And so that's my encouragement to you as well. And being in this industry sometimes can have its ups and its downs. And for instance, our industry was severely saddened about maybe a month and a half ago when we lost a super big pillar in the industry. His name is LaShawn Daniels, and he is a great songwriter, great singer, great producer. And he passed away suddenly in a freak car accident. And it had everybody kind of tripped out because it was super shocking. He was an advocate for God, and he was always talking about the Lord and how grateful he was and the things that he had been through. And he was a year younger than me. And it just really, this light bulb was like, listen, E, you can't keep feeling the way that you're feeling. You need to push forward. You need to push out and push through all of this stuff that you've been going through. You're coming out and things are positive and life is still moving, with or without you. So go ahead and move with it. Write the stuff down that you want to do. Get these goals and stuff together. Organize what you have to do. You know what I mean? Because you can still accomplish it no matter what. So I'm, saying all of that to really encourage all of you. Like, life is super precious. It is super precious, and you can't get time back at all. So I suggest that you live your life to the fullest, experience everything that you can, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy your children, take that trip that you want to take, save the money that you want to save to do it. You know what I mean? Go eat at that restaurant that you want to eat. You can jog tomorrow. It's going to be okay. Have that soda that you want to have. Maybe not too many. Maybe just one. But you can. Life changes and life evolves every single day. And so you just have to change and evolve with it. You can do it. You have the strength to do it. I know that you have the faith to do it. And that's coming from someone who dug in. I dug deep and I found the strength and I found the faith to just live life to the fullest. And I know that you all can do it too. Come on. That's what birthdays are all about, right? They're about another chance to do things better. So this birthday, I vow to take it and do things better than I did last year. Stay as positive as I possibly can and just roll with the punches. I might, get knocked down at some point, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to encourage you to keep going. And we're just going to keep going together. Okay. Can we all do that? Anyway, well, that's all that I have for you all on today. And I just want to say thank you so very much for tuning in. I'm super excited about what is going on and what is happening in the Grinding Through family. And we're just excited that we have you. Thank you in advance for the love and the support that you give to us and for your time here on today. I just want to give a huge super shout out to my booze at the toolbox for my bow. I know those of you who are just listening, you can't see it, but I want you to go ahead and check them out at the toolbox. They're on Instagram and they're on Facebook, and it's TheTuellebox at the toolbox. They're doing great, beautiful things. Isn't this beautiful? This is my little custom bow tie brooch. Ooh, and I love it. So I want to thank them for that. We appreciate you all today. It's been great. And I am so excited. I am, y'all. It's my birthday and I got to spend it with you guys. So thank you so much for grinding through this thing that we call life together. And we hope to see you all next week. Bye. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us on this episode on today and helping your girl celebrate her birthday. If you guys have any questions or if there's anything on your mind, maybe something that you all want to talk about, feel free to send us an email at grindingthrough@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram and Facebook as Grinding Through, and your girl is on there as Erica E.K. King. That's Erica E.K.A.Y. King.